All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash.
double honors of the apostles, to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. We were just speaking on a couple of topics. You know, watching the video that the Apostle Har did, or watching the video that the Apostle Har did in his video about the Deuteronomy 28 being in the curses. You know, with that Jake that was basically going into how our people are subject unto basically a generational curse because we don't have any money, we don't have any heritage. You know, all that stuff's been taken away from us because we are under the curses. All right. Matter of fact, let me just get the name of the video so brothers know what I'm talking about. So the title of the video is called America is a Caste System and Black America is at the bottom. Explain. You know, and so it just kind of stirred up a couple thoughts. So Lord willing, this scripture that we get in Isaiah is going to bring a little bit of comforting, you know, to our minds, you know, because we know that if we continue in the faith, the elect are going to receive an inheritance. All right, so let's get that in Isaiah 49:7.
Okay. This is Isaiah 49:7. Thus said Yahweh, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, to him whom man despiseth, to him whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers.
Right, so the word of the Lord is being spoken to the people that these other nations despise. Okay, and the people that these other nations despise are the Israelites. We have been made a laughing stock. We've been made a mockery. We've been made an embarrassment. Okay, to these other nations. All right, these other nations are embarrassed to even have 2/3 of Jake in their facility. They don't want to sell nothing to Jake. They don't want to buy nothing from Jake because they're just niggas, man. We're cursed as a whole, as a nation. We're cursed. All right, according to the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Okay, because we don't, as a nation, we didn't follow the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, go ahead.
Okay, it says. It says, kings shall see and arise. Princes also shall worship because of Yahweh that is faithful and the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose thee.
Right, now let's get that in Psalms. Because the kings of this world is who? Esau, right? The so-called white man. And the princes, you know, the people that have the authority in this society, you know, the top % of people who own the wealth in America and throughout the world are going to see us, all right? Because this message is being addressed to those who the other nations despise, which are the Israelites, all right? They're going to see us in our power, okay? Because the Most High is faithful according to his promise, all right? So this destitute situation that we're in right now is going to be flipped around. All right, you got that in Psalms?
Yeah, 1 verse 7, right?
Okay.
Psalm 72:7. In his day shall the righteous flourish, in abundance of peace, so long as the moon endureth. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust.
Right. So in the days of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, righteousness is going to flourish, and we won't have to worry about going to clock in and being late and getting fired, and how we're going to pay our phone bill and our rent and our electric bill, and how we're going to pay for our food. All right. Esau is going to be working for us, man. These other nations are going to be working for us. We're going to be employing them, and they're going to be the ones generating wealth from us, just like how Esau got rich right before the Civil War with all of the cotton and I believe it was tobacco that that he was having our people cultivate, and he was the one reaping. We were sowing, and he was reaping. In the kingdom, Esau is gonna sow and do the work for us, all right, and we're gonna reap of his benefits. He's gonna build up the kingdom for free, just like how we built his up for free. Okay, go ahead.
You want verse? The king of Tarshish. Say the word, brother.
Yeah, just speak up a little bit.
Come, the king of the Tarshish and others in the other isles shall bring presents. The kings of Sheba, Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts.
Right. So these other nations are gonna offer gifts unto us. They're gonna come and bring peace offerings unto us, so that we don't, cry to the Lord to destroy them, or that we don't prevent them from flourishing. Okay, go ahead.
Come, verse 11. Yea, all kings shall fall down before him; all nations shall serve him.
Right, and that's talking about Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, in the kingdom when righteousness is set up, and then who's going to be those men that are set up to rule the nation of Israel in righteousness? The elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, because not only are the elect going to rule Israel, they're going to rule the entire world. Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 45:14. Thus saith Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabaeans, man of stature shall come over unto thee and shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains, they shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplications unto thee, saying, surely the Most High is in thee.
Right. So can somebody, if this isn't talking about the Edomites who put us in captivity, who made us build up his infrastructure, and who continues to capitalize off of our labor, if this isn't talking about the reciprocation and the retribution of those acts, which would equate to Esau being in chains and us ruling over him, if this isn't talking about the scripture that we just read that again.
Come, this is Isaiah 45:14. Thus saith Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of Sabaeans, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains, they shall come over.
Pause. If this isn't talking about those Edomites that put us in slavery, going into slavery, what does it mean? Please, somebody explain to me what this is talking about. Please. There's no other explanation. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Come, and they shall fall down unto thee, they shall make supplications unto thee, saying, surely the Most High is in thee.
Right.
And there is none else. Right. There is no power.
Right. So you don't see, well, 2/3 of Jake trying to give Esau all the praise and say there's no other power that can overrule the power that's dealing with you. Jake trying to give Esau that power because that's why Esau has to claim to be the Jews over there in the land. All right, but we know that this is not the case. This is not what's going on because these other nations hate the so-called Jews over there. All right, these Palestinians are constantly going to war, constantly rebelling and bucking up because really, the military that they have is destroying the Palestinians over there. But these other nations don't want Esau over there in the Middle East. You see, you got the European Union. They're kind of down for it or whatever to an extent, but the world knows that Esau is not in his proper place. All right, he needs to be in slavery.
That's right.
All right, like the scriptures say, like we just read in Isaiah. Is there more than that? Or is that it?
No, that's it, brother.
Okay, let's go back to where we started at Isaiah 49. Unless y'all have free, unless you have a free set.
This is Isaiah 49:8. Thus saith Yahweh, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee.
Right. So in an acceptable time, that acceptable time is right now, man. All right, coming all the way up until our salvation, man. Okay, because He's hearing our supplication, and the more we continue to pray, the more we continue to fast and push the energy of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua upon the planet Earth, do these videos, stay on fire, stay diligent, the more he's going to hear us. And the more closer to that peak acceptable time we're going to get. Go ahead.
All right. It says, and I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth.
No, read and in the day of salvation.
Okay. We're starting at the top. Thus saith Yahweh, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee. And I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages.
Right. So in that day of salvation, man, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is going to help us out of our tribulation. He's going to help us out of our captivity by delivering us. Okay. And I will give thee for a covenant. So he's going to redeem that word that he promised unto his people. All right. That word that he promised unto Abraham, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. And those desolate heritages are the matter of fact, can a brother get that word heritages? Those desolate heritages, it's in Isaiah 49 and 8. Desolate heritages are the heritages that the Most High took from us, okay? And basically, we haven't received it back yet. We haven't received that land mass back yet because we're still in captivity. You got that word, bro?
You said heritage, right?
Yeah, heritages.
This is
I got it right here. Oh, you got it. You already got it. Cool. No, you ain't gonna say it right. Nachala.
All right, it says possession, property, inheritance, heritage, property, portion, share, inheritance.
Right. A possession. Okay. The earth is gonna be our possession. So the desolate earth right now is basically destroyed, is sick as hell. Okay. It needs to fast. Earth needs to fast, from this devil permanently. Okay, and it's gonna happen. The land's gonna get its rest. Scriptures talk about the land receiving its Sabbath, its land Sabbath, because of the desolation of a certain part of land. But the Most High is gonna cause us to inherit the desolate property, the desolate inheritance, the desolate portion, of land, the desolate, what does it say? Estate, patrimony, portion, and ultimately the lineage of our people is going to be restored. It's going to be renewed, okay? And you are going to actually have something to pass down to your children. It's not going to be, I hope that they can make, $100,000 a year, one day. Nah, man, we're going to be owning land masses, owning resources, owning people. We're going to have servants, okay? That's what we have to look forward to. Go ahead.
I'm going to say, like the scripture said in, that I read in, that precept I had brought up. I can't remember.
Go to history.
Go. Okay, yeah, the precept I brought out in Psalms, what was it, Psalms? Nah, it was Luke.
Did you read it? You read it already?
Oh yeah, I brought it up where it said basically like the other nations will bring supplications, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You brought it out already?
Yeah.
Okay, kind. Yeah.
And I forgot what scripture Salaki, bro.
No, that's all good.
Yeah, it said they're gonna bring supplications, man. So they're gonna be bringing and like the other the verse the brother went into, they're gonna be bringing gifts, man. Okay, that's a part of servitude.
Kind. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Verse 9. That thou mayest say to the prisoners, go forth. To them that are in darkness, show yourselves.
Right. So the prisoners are us, the Israelites. We're gonna go forth and rule, and us, as a nation, are in darkness right now. But we're gonna shine as a nation. Go ahead.
It says, they shall feed in the ways, and their pastors shall be in high places.
Right. So Esau's pastor right now is in high place. He lives in Sweden, Finland. He lives in Luxembourg. Okay. He lives in places where there is no GMOs. All right. You know, where they haven't really received the effects of it. Okay. He lives in places where there's no chemtrails. And Jake live in the hood. You know, where you gotta eat from. You gotta eat SpaghettiOs, feed your kids SpaghettiOs and shit from Family Dollar, you know, and you gotta bust your ass just to make, you know, ends not even meet shit, you know. You tell your rent, hey, I got 90% of rent, you know what I'm saying? I got you on the rest. You already turned it in 2 days late. Esau, house paid off, man. All right, Esau he owns apartment complexes. He get money off Jake, you know. Go ahead.
They shall not hunger nor thirst.
Right, so we're not even going to have empty pockets no more. Okay, we're gonna have storage stocked up, you know, and also spiritually too. More importantly, we're gonna be full spiritually with this knowledge and wisdom, man. Go ahead.
It says, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them. For he that hath mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of the water shall he guide them.
Right. He that believeth on me, as the scripture said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So read that water part again.
For he that hath mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of water shall he guide them.
Get Psalms chapter 1, Bible show, and 1, if you could.
Okay, this is Psalms 1 and 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinner, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Go ahead.
But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night.
Go ahead.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season.
Boom. So when you're living by the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you're going to bring forth that fruit. Now read that again, where it says the water.
Isaiah 49, verse 10. They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them. For he that hath mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of water shall he guide them.
Right. So we're going to be guided by those laws and by the understanding of these scriptures, because the Most High is going to have mercy upon us, you know. And talk about that in with Psalms 23 and 2. Let me see. I got these precepts on here, so I got to bring them out. Yep. So Psalms chapter 23, verse 2, it says, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Okay. And that represents calmness during adversity as well, you know, but it also goes into how we're going to be refreshed with the understanding of the Most High. Verse 3, He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Okay? And so that's what we have to look forward to during the kingdom. We can go back to Isaiah 49 now.
It says, verse 11, And I will make all my mountains a way, and my highways shall be exalted. Behold, want me to continue? Behold, verse 12, these shall come from far, and lo, these from the north and from the west, and these from the land of Sinim. Sing, O heaven, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains. For Yahweh hath comforted his people, and will have mercy upon his afflicted.
Right. So the earth is going to rejoice, man. Okay? The entire earth and the heavens, man, is going to be happy when this devil's judgment comes. Okay? When the things that have been turned upside down get turned back right side up, the earth is going to rejoice, man. The trees, the birds are going to be happy that they don't have to eat McDonald's leftovers. You know, all of this madness is going to be over with. Go ahead.
Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Right. So when the righteous are in authority, man, the earth is going to be in its fullness again. Okay? Because right now, hey, the earth is complaining. Whales are beaching themselves. You know,
Earthquakes.
the earth is complaining. The whole creation mourneth and travaileth together up until this time. Okay? Because the devil's wickedness has been multiplied. Okay? Go ahead. You got that, Isaiah?
Isaiah 49:14. But Zion said, Yahweh hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me.
Right. So we'll talk about that in Malachi. I think that's Malachi chapter 3 or 4, where it talks about wherein. Matter of fact, let me find it real quick, because our people don't believe that the Most High is dealing with us. You know, really, it's in verse 1. Chapter 1. It's Malachi chapter 1, and let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith Yahweh of hosts unto you. O priests that despise my name, and ye say, wherein have we despised thy name?" Right? So Esau is offering up. Not Esau. Our people were known for offering up unclean sacrifices and basically BS sacrifices with their hearts not really in those sacrifices. And then they asked the Most High, well, how have we despised your name? How have we not tried to be close to you? All right. Well, hey, Jake is doing this thing with a tainted heart, man. Okay. But really, the one I was looking for was right there in the second verse, right? Where it says Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob. Right? So the point is, Jake says, how has the Most High loved us? How is he dealing with us? Wherein hast thou loved us, O Lord, when you've been putting us in such a crappy condition to live, right? But we know that Esau is gonna be in punishment during the kingdom, all right? And we're gonna be ruling in the kingdom in righteousness forever. That was the point. You got something?
It's Isaiah 49:14.
You got something?
Just going back.
I mean, it's going to like the king, bro.
Okay.
Going,
Somebody read something.
all right. This is Isaiah 65:17. For behold, I create a new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall be not remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem and rejoicing in her people and joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. For the children shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and my elect shall long enjoy the works of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of Yahweh, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and the dust shall be serpent's meat, and they shall hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, thus saith Yahweh. Okay, like it's going into, like, you know what I'm saying, all what we're going through now, death is going to be swallowed up, all that, man. Okay, we're going to actually have rest, man. Okay, something that we don't know anything about on this side. Okay, it says that weeping, you know what I'm saying, and crying is gonna be done away with, man. Okay, and the Most High is gonna rejoice in His people, man. Okay, and we're gonna rejoice in the Most High. All right, when He put those laws and statutes in us, that way we're not going off. Okay, and He sets His kingdom up, you know, and we're back on top. Okay, ruling under your big brother Yahushua, man. All right.
God, beautifully put. You know, go ahead and get that in Isaiah.
This is Isaiah starting at 49, start making 14. But Zion said, Yahweh hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. Can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yeah, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee.
Right, so the question is that the Most High is asking, can a woman forget her baby that she's breastfeeding? You know, the answer is technically yes, but the Most High is going to be attentive. He's going to be remembering His people, man. All right? You got a lot of women aren't supposed to just forget their babies, by the way. But in the event that they did, yeah, it's possible. But the Most High is even more on point when it comes to paying attention to His little ones. Go ahead.
Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me.
Right, so our name is on His hands, man. Okay? Every time you look at His hands, He sees Israel. All right?
Hey, also write something down as a way of remembering. Okay?
God. Go ahead.
Thy children shall make haste, thy destroyers, and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. Lift up thine eyes round about, and behold, all these gather themselves together and come to thee. As I live, saith Yahweh, thou shalt surely clothe thee with them all as with an ornament, and bind them on thee as a bride doeth.
Right. So it says, thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. You know, our captors are going to go into captivity. Okay? And they're going to do our bidding. Go forth and do what the hell I told you to do. Right? That's what we're going to be able to say to our people, to the people that destroy us now. The cops that pull us over and write us tickets, and the Edomites that curse us out for being 7 minutes late. We're going to tell them, hey, go do my bidding. Right? Read verse 18 again.
Lift up thine eyes round about, and behold, all these gather themselves together and come to thee. As I say, as I live, saith Yahweh, thou shalt surely clothe thee with them all.
Come. So imagine looking up and you see everything around you. Damn, everybody coming to you with gifts and what can I do for you? How can I make your life easier? That's a blessing. And we come to, you know, this Esau system, so you naturally gotta, you know, especially, you know, people that's not in the know, you know, we try not to give Esau anything when we can, but a lot of times, hey, we in this man's system, so we go to apply for a job. He don't want to own the business. He don't come to us, hey, you want to come work for me? We just go and apply because we need the money. That's going to be us. We going to be the ones having people come to us because they need stuff. And when that happens, we're going to get, you know, you got a deja vu. We're going to get a flashback and deja vu. Damn, I remember I wrote this in the scriptures when I was back in America. Ain't that something? Now it's here to come to pass. And then that's going to be like, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because we're going to see that in fruition. Go ahead.
For thy waste and thy desolate places, and the land of thy destruction, shall even now be too narrow by reason of the inhabitants.
Right, so we were destroyed in Israel, you know, in the land of Israel, you know, multiple times by these other nations. All right, we were wasted there. All right, because our city was there in Jerusalem. The Most High's temple was there in Jerusalem, and it was wasted and it was destroyed multiple times. All right, and that's the land of our destruction. Okay, But that land is going to be too what?
It says, for thy waste and thy desolate places and the land of thy destruction shall even now be too narrow by reason of the inhabitants. And they that swallowed thee up shall be far away.
Right, so it's going to be too narrow. It's going to be too small. It's not going to be big enough by reason of the inhabitants. What does that mean? Keep reading. Bible shot.
Verse 20. The children which thou shalt have after thou hast lost the other.
All right, so let's put this in a scenario. The children that we're going to have, or that we're going to beget after we lost our children on this side. Go ahead.
Shall say again in thine ears, the place is too strait for me. Give place to me that I may dwell.
They're going to complain like, yo, man, hey, okay, we got money, but I'm going to need some more space. Like, it's too many of us in this space. Let's read our reaction when that happens.
Then shalt thou say in thine heart, who hath begotten me these, seeing I have lost my children and am desolate?
You ask how about Shemel Shah, Lord, how did I get all these children? Seeing that when I was in Babylon, they took my kid away from me. They separated from me from my kid. I never got to see him again. You saved me, you delivered me, and you gave me 20 times more kids. You're gonna be marveled. You're gonna be baffled. You're gonna be like, man, why do you how about Shemel Shah? I can't even put it in words. You took that away from me so that I could get to test me to see if I was worthy of this. Man, I'm glad I passed the test. You know, the demons was trying to get me. They were trying to tell me, nah, this ain't this. Look, see, I told you this was gonna happen. I told you if you keep following this truth, that that's what's gonna happen. They were trying to get me to follow out the truth. They was ultimately trying to get me to be not receiving this blessing that I see before my face right now. That's those are gonna be some of our thoughts in the kingdom. Okay, go ahead.
I have lost my children and am desolate, a captive and removing to and fro.
Read that verse again, Bible.
Verse 21. Then shalt thou say in thine heart, who hath begotten me these? Seeing I have lost my children and am desolate, a captive and removing to and fro.
Right. So I remember I was in America. I was having to serve Esau. Couldn't even afford to have no kids. Couldn't even afford to have no woman. Couldn't even afford to have my own spot.
Take care of myself.
Barely taking care of myself. Getting pulled over by the police. You know. Getting getting all of this flack from my woman. Right. Hearing all this BS around me. Seeing our people under the curses. I remember I was in that predicament when I was desolate. Right. Go ahead.
It says, and who have brought up thee?
Right.
These?
So who? How did I get to this place? It's gonna literally almost be bewildering, and we're gonna know how. When we think back, I'm like, man, how the hell? You know? Go ahead.
It says, behold, I was left alone. These where had they been?
Read that again slowly.
Behold, I was left alone. These where had they been?
Use the commas like.
Okay.
Pause at the comma.
Behold, I was left alone. These where had they been?
Right. So it says these. Where had they been? Where were they at when I was through? When I was where we are right now? All these kids that we finna have. You know. Hey, the Most High has not. We haven't even seen a tiny speck or taste of what we're going to inherit in the kingdom, man. It's going to be unfathomable, okay? And scriptures like this should boost our faith, you know? So yeah, we're under the curses right now, but the solution is not in America. The solution is through salvation that Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to bring, all right? And it's going to come through the destruction. Matter of fact, Revelation 13:9, we can close on that. It'll come through the destruction of these Edomites, and it's so simple. It's a beautiful equation. It's only fair. Esau is the one who did this to us already. We don't have to feel bad. He did it to us already. He didn't feel bad when he did it to us. Okay. We shouldn't feel bad when the Most High does it to him. You got it?
This is Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. It's a simple equation. Simple answer to the solution. And that is what we hope for. That's why we maintain our composure when Esau is being a demon and these devils try to get us to get a response out of us, and these niggas try to get a response out of us, and the whole world wants to get a carnal response out of us, but ignoring the spiritual response that we always give through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. The Most High allows us to give a spiritual response because he's dealing with spiritual men. He knows that they're patiently waiting for the salvation of the nation of Israel. Any brother got anything? Hey, with that, you said yeah? Okay.
I was just gonna say the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Come. So maintaining that patience in the spirit is imperative. It's crucial to our salvation. So Lord willing, this is an edifying video. Like I said, at the beginning, the topic is basically going into how our people are in the curses right now, but we're going to inherit a blessing in the kingdom. All right. So with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.
Shalom.